Do you have a pair of jeans in your closet that you like or you're tired of them? I'm going to teach you how to make a jean skirt with 2 different types of fabric. We're going to be cutting up the leg of the jeans all the way around the crotch and open them up. Now you're going to cut on the inseam of your pants. This is how it will look. You cut all the way around the crotch and it will open up. And this is the back. And so I'm going to measure the length that we need, and it's about 29 inches. I'm going to make mine about 35 inches because we're going to hem the bottom of it, and we want a 1/4 inch hem, and then we're going to turn it another 1/4 inch. So we're going to have fabric left over up here. That's okay. I rather have too much than too little. I got my fabric here. You can eyeball this, or you can use your ruler and measure a 1/4 inch. And then you're just going to press this. I have my iron here, and I'm just going to press it. And I like using this Premier Quilting and Craft Spray. It's like a starch, and you get a nice, clean, crisp edge on it. Now we're going to turn it over again, just like that, and press it again. We're doing this twice to double it because we don't want no raw edge showing. And it will give you a cleaner hem on your bottom of your skirt. Now we got that all pressed. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay, it's all sewed. Now I'm going to show you how we insert it into your pants legs. So, the bottom where I sewed is going to be matched up with the seam. And I'm going to pin it. And now I'm going to go on the other side of it, and I'm going to pin this too. Just like that. Now I'm going to slide this up in here. So you want it nice and flat. And as you can see, the curve of the back of the pants, you want that to be nice and flat. And we're just turn this edge under that we cut away. And I'm going to use my pins. These are glass head pins that I like using because I can press over them and they will not melt. I like pinning like every inch or 2 inches, 1.5 inches, depends when you got the weight of the fabric and the weight of the jeans. So it's 2 different types of weight. So you gotta just judge what you want to do with the pinning of your fabric. Just keep smoothing your fabric out. Don't worry about if you cut this up a little bit too much, because you can also go back in here and sew it down, because we're going to sew all along here. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side, pin the leg to the fabric. Everything is pinned, and now I'm going to sew this. So I'll probably start at the bottom down here and come up, stop, back stitch, go up here, sew, and come on down. Now let's go to the machine and let's sew this together. Before we get started, I'm using the Ikonix 20U. You can look at the links below for the other episodes that I have used this machine on. So I'm going to get started. Okay, we got one side done. Now remember, at the beginning and at the end, you backstitch to lock this seam together. Now we got all of our seams sewed together. Now we're going to go and I'm going to show you what we do in the inside. It's easier to do it like this than try to measure and get the right amount of fabric. So it's just like a big teepee in here. And you just take your good fabric scissors. I cut it like a 1/4 inch away from your stitching line. Now I'll save this fabric and use it for other projects. And you got all this fabric left over. There's our back of our jean skirt. Now we're going to go to the front and I'm going to show you some stuff that we need to do for the front. I found this cool ombre organza type fabric on you. It will melt if you press on it with a hot iron. So I have a pressing cloth, as y'all can see. It's got my flamingos on it. And I got my wool mat here, and I'm just turning it up like a 1/4 inch, and I'm putting my pressing cloth on it, just a damp one, and my iron on there, and hold it on there for a little bit to press it. And then turn it up another 1/4 inch to encase that so it won't ravel. And then I'm going to pin this and it's going to go all the way through to the end. And then we're going to sew it. Now I'm going to do the rest. Okay, I'm done pinning and pressing and pinning it. So now I'm going to go and sew it. Now I got the hem done at the bottom. Now I'm going to go up here to the top and I'm going to make a basting stitch up here at the top of this because I want this gore to be really full and flowy. So I'm going to take my stitch length up to 5 because I'm going to pull this stitch. So I want some long tails here and I'm just going to cut it. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull this. Just gently pull it. And I'm just sliding it. And I'm going to go to this end. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to break your thread. And that's going to be our gather for our gore for the front. Okay, my front is all pinned together. I pinned one side and pinned the other side. Remember, match your seams up at the bottom, just like we did on the other side. And what I did, I gathered this fabric, like I showed you, all up in front, because I want this to be flowy. Now I'm going to start sewing. And I'm going to sew one side and then the other side. And there's enough fabric in between there to sew it together. So let's get sewing. Okay, let's see how our skirt looks. Okay, we're through sewing. I'm going to turn the skirt inside out and cut that fabric away. This is where I gathered the fabric up here. And now I'm going to trim all this around. Be careful if you have real sharp scissors, because you don't want to cut the inside fabric. Okay, we got the fabric cut away. Now let's turn it in and see how our skirt looks. There's our front. And here's our back. I hope you liked this episode. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.